We already discussed about the particular relation between OERs and MOOCs together with Robert Schuwer. How are professors and educators using both OERs and MOOCs at university level in an institution which is not devoted to the research in this field, thus has no other objective to reach through them except pedagogical ones? Let's listen directly to Robert on this.
First, we are not a research university, but we are a university of applied sciences. So it means that according to publishing OERs or MOOCs, especially publishing on MOOCs, there are less reasons for us. International visibility is not yet important for us. The majority of our students come from our region. So we have a campus-based education with some online elements combined with this campus education. Having said that, I started at my university 2 years ago, and so I made the round across all the teachers who are organized in teams at the ICT faculty, the School of ICT, and I noticed that many of those teachers already reused MOOCs or reused OER, but they didn't publish about this, they didn't exchange experiences about it. Another or useful resource to use in their lessons, and for instance there was a minor that 6 months of several courses around the subject as part of the program, and the students are not mandatory to take a minor, but they can select which minor they want to take, and it could be a minor in our institution, there could also be a minor in other institutions. And this minor was developed about big data, so data science. And they reused MOOC from Udacity, put up this minor, and their experience were that saved them a lot of time in developing the materials. They were very pleased with the materials, but they organized all kinds of activities around it. So each week those students came into the classroom. They were talking about the MOOCs, they were giving extra cases, they were giving extra assignments, and they did their own examination. So they did not take the examination which was offered by the MOOC. So actually they used the MOOC as a kind of study book. But it saved them a lot of time in developing their own learning materials. So they were very pleased with it, and I now see that more and more teachers are doing this. But when I talk with teachers about open education resources, and especially about reusing open education resources, openness for most of them is not an issue. They say, well, when I need materials, I look at the internet, I'm browsing in the internet, I'm searching on the internet, and I reuse whatever I will find. And then, of course, they have copyright violences, and they don't care about this. So it is also a bit of awareness that in the Netherlands we have an organization which look after that, which can go to our university and say, I want to look in your learning environment to see what resources you are using, and if you violate copyright you get fined. In practice this fine is paid, and many teachers, well, they hear about it, but it is not affecting them. So it is a bit of awareness. Most people are not aware why open licenses are important when you want to reuse, and especially if you want to adapt the resources. On the other hand, the Netherlands is a rich country, so there is no apparent need like in developing countries to think about, for instance, poor students who can't afford the resources. Although more and more we hear about schools, especially in the big cities, where students have the same problems with affording the learning materials which are offered by commercial publishers, or for many years are also reported in the United States. So maybe this will also become an issue in the Netherlands, and then I think that open education resources and the MOOCs and the reuse of them will be more pressing, because the demand will be, the pressure on teachers to use these kinds of resources will be greater then. It's my expectation.